Hi there. In this video, I want to talk about the light body and how it's activated through our physical body and how food can be used to really help this process, as well as clearing block and stuck energy that often the culprit of some, fairly significant health issues. But before I go on to that, I just want to explain. My name's Olivia. I'm a naturopathic nutritional therapist and holistic healer. And I talk about all things related to healing the physical body, healing your relationship to your body and your relationship to food, as I think going forward all these things are going to become increasingly important. So I get my information from my training, but also the clients that I work with and my own experiences of healing and health issues, so as well as information from my guides. So just to explain, before I talk about the food side of it, I think it's quite important to explain a little bit more about the light body and how I see it as being birthed through the physical body, because I think, other than the fact it's just fascinating, I think it can help when you have a bit more understanding of how it works, and it can help with that belief that around whether something can really change and really happen, because we all know how important having that belief mindset is. So this might sound a little bit unrelated, but we have two communication systems in our body. So firstly, there's the biological, so the nervous system, the endocrine system, or hormone system. And in comparison to the other communication system, which works on electromagnetic frequency, they're fairly archaic and a little bit slow. But this electromagnetic frequency is instantaneous. And this system runs through something called our fascia network. So in our body, we have connective tissue, which is basically everything that's joining up all the organs and the skin together. It's all kind of classed as connective tissue, and fascia is part of that. And it's a web-like structure that literally connects up to every single cell in your body. And it's fascinating because when you look at fascia under a microscope, you actually realize it's this liquid crystalline structure. And there's all this change happening in the world where, we're moving from a 3D to a 5D earth. We're moving from carbon-based to crystalline-based bodies, and there we have this crystal network that runs through our entire body. And I know we often think of crystals as being hard and solid, but actually crystalline literally just refers to the highest order of molecules within the 3D world. So it's when you think about the whole process of enlightenment, it's all about alignment, and crystals are the most aligned structures that you can find. And if you look at, I don't have any emeralds, but if I did, I'm imagining they're like you see if you Google them, they look absolutely incredible. But even things, I've got various gemstones. If I look at my quartz crystals or citrine, and you just see this highly organized pattern, and they glow and they're just beautiful, and that's because of this alignment. And we have this whole crystalline network within us. And this is what I see our light body as being birthed through this connective tissue, this fascia, because because the fascia network is able to transmit this high level energy. And there's been an influx of light coming in through the last years, and carrying on, we'll have more and more light coming in, and our bodies need to integrate it. And how do we do that? And it's difficult, because a lot of people are getting symptoms because you get all this light coming in, but we've got all these blockages there, and we hold our wounding and our trauma, we hold that in our bodies, and specifically we hold that in our fascia system. So it's all this light is coming up against these blockages, and it's a case of how do we release those and allow the flow and the alignment, because it's literally about geometry and alignment. So and this is where the food comes into it. But just another quick add-on before I go on to the food. When most of you, I'm sure, are aware of the Chinese meridian system, but these meridian lines that run through our bodies, and this light comes in, and it comes via these meridian lines and through the spin points on our skin surface that link up to the Chinese acupuncture points, and then this feeds the chakra system, the energy centers in our body, and then the chakras external to our body as well. But all this light comes in, and they're finding out more and more that the fascia system actually runs along the meridian network. So we have all our biological circuits and information going on, but then we have this it's like, the fiber optics of the body is just super fast, and it's instantaneous. And what's fascinating is it responds, this fascia system, it responds not just to chemical triggers, but also to all of our emotions and our thoughts and our beliefs. It's responding all the time to that. And because it literally connects up with every single cell in the body, so this connective tissue is connecting up to every single cell in the body, which is amazing in itself. It's all that information is being transmitted everywhere instantaneously. So when we have loving, compassionate thoughts, that floods our body, every cell. If we have the opposite, fearful thoughts, say, that also does that, which is why it's very, very difficult when people still maybe see the mind as something separate to the body. When you think about the whole term body mind, I can't remember who, there's a woman who coined it, I can't remember who, but it's very true, because literally when you think about it in terms of that communication system, everything is transmitted, every thought is transmitted around the body to all our cells instantaneously. Our mind is in every cell of our body, and it's kind of, it doesn't make sense to think about it separately. So in a nutshell, we have this high-speed communication system that's transmitting all this information instantaneously, whether that's biological information or from our thoughts and our beliefs and our emotions. And at the same time, as we come into this life often with wounding from, we carry wounding with us, and then we accumulate more wounding and in this lifetime, and trauma. And if we don't integrate it and deal with it and release it, then we hold it in our bodies, and this is where we get the blocked energy. So this is where food comes into it, because this influx of light, and yes, you can through meditation, through literally sitting looking at the sun and in having all that light come into you through the sun rays, there's lots and lots of ways to increase the amount of light in your body. But food is one way that we do this. And because we have to eat food and because food can also be, our thoughts and feelings around food can also be used to block flow, I feel that it's a really important one to get to grips with. And people maybe don't talk about it so much in relationship to the light body, other than, a really healthy diet obviously is, high vibrational diet is the best way to go. But it's like, well, what's it doing in our body? And like really understanding. And this light comes in through sound and through color. And so thinking more about color here, obviously, and fruit and vegetables. And I'm not just talking about fruit and vegetables in terms of, you don't have to just, eat a organic, your diet doesn't just have to be purely organic stuff that you've grown in your garden. I mean, I live in a flat in a big city, so that doesn't work for me, and I just don't believe that one day in the future it'd be lovely if that is how it is for everyone. But it's not like that at the moment, and I don't buy it that somehow in order to really heal your body with food that you have to be able to have access to organic stuff that you've grown in your garden. No, at the moment we're very powerful, masterful beings, and I think it's about using what we've got, understanding what we've got, and how we can up the frequency of what we've got. And so most people have access to fruit and vegetables, whatever the quality. And when you look at fruit and vegetables, they come in an array of color, because they cover that whole color spectrum, so that all, and that links up to the chakras. And I know it's very well known, if you feel like your sacral chakra is blocked, if you eat lots of orange foods, that's going to help with that, and all of that, 100%, that's really, really true. But I think we can raise that another level when you understand it's not just, well, what's happening there? Well, actually what's happening is we're taking in those light codes, and even more so if we bless the food, if we set intentions around what that food will do. And we don't have to be too specific, because I also like to accept the wisdom of the food and what it's bringing, and that living water, say within fruit and vegetables. So say within an orange, it's got this living water within it that holds consciousness, because water holds consciousness as we do. And we can merge, when you sit in gratitude and appreciation, you can feel yourself merging your consciousness with the foods you eat. It doesn't have to take long. It's not about sitting there for an hour meditating over an orange. It's literally, it can take seconds when you practice it, and you just feel this utter gratitude for it, and this understanding that that it holds this wisdom within it, and it will be able to interact with your body in a way that is in your highest good. And so I don't like to get my mind in, starting my laundry list of, I want my knee to be less painful, I want this to happen, this to happen. It's sometimes better just to allow the wisdom of your subconscious and your higher self, to work with the wisdom of the foods that you eat, to work together to clear what's needed to be cleared in the best way possible for you. So that's how I would do it, and you can feel the effects of that in your body. So yes, you could, the orange, it could work specifically on the sacral chakra, but maybe it's doing other things that we don't know if we just allow it that space. So it's taking it to that next level. It's realizing that food actually has an incredible ability to release blocked energy, and you can feel it. And maybe it's a mixed blessing, but I've had various health challenges through my life, and I feel it in my I thought it was my musculoskeletal body, which I am feeling, but actually it's more the fascia system, which obviously connects up to all the muscles and everything like that. So I am feeling those symptoms in my joints, but it's more that instantaneous feeling all around my body. If I release energy, if I feel fearful thoughts and stressful thoughts, and I feel it all around my body instantaneously. So I get quite a instant understanding of the effects of something. So I do know that when I sit, say, and I have a I don't know, a beautiful juice with oranges, apples, lemons, whatever, a rainbow of colors, and I have the juice and I really set that intention for it to clear things, and then you get a lot of sensations. I feel it as a lot of kind of shaking and it's like that release of energy. It's like someone's running electric currents through you. Other people feel it in different ways. Lots of people get heat or cold sensations, or you might cry and feel really emotional. So there is no right way. It's just however you feel it, but it's worth tuning in and just seeing how you can use foods to really, really clear that stuck energy, and also realize that you're bringing in all these light codes that is literally activating your light body. So I know it's a pain sometimes, because we just want to, even if we're eating healthily, you just feel like, oh, I just want to eat and get it over with, and I don't want to spend ages thinking about it. But like I say, it's not a question of time. You can literally sit for 10 seconds and connect up to the food, and if you're with friends or family, or you're with people around, just have half a mind. You don't have to, sit there and silently and, look a bit strange. I get that. But you could just have half a mind on, okay, this food I'm eating, I'm feeling blessed that I have this food that I'm consuming, and it will have an impact, because the consciousness of you and the food will be responding to each other. And if you make that your baseline, where all the foods that you eat, you are in total alignment with, then this is where it starts to heal your relationship with food as well, and your relationship with your body. There's so much more presence there. It's very difficult it's not about having a 100% clean diet, but it's very difficult to be totally at peace with all the foods you eat if you're eating utter crap. But on the other hand, as someone who works with people who compulsively overeat, and I understand this is my own history of that, it's very, very difficult to start telling someone this is the kind of diet you have to eat, and you can't have this, you can't have that. It backfires. So it's very important to let people kind of find that peaceful spot with all the foods that they eat, and not stress so much about what it is, because finding peace with food will take care of what it is that you eat. And I will do more videos, obviously, on nutrition and high vibrational diets and all of that, but it's just understanding the subtleties there, and just allow yourself that space to see how it feels, because a lot of people disconnect from their body, disconnect from the food they eat all the time. And this is I think why so many people have so many health problems, and it really, really all comes down to grounding yourself and being really, really in alignment with the foods you eat, because it's all about alignment, and that fascia system will be transmitting that aligned message throughout the body, and that will have a massive, massive impact, and fairly quickly as well. So I'm going to leave it there, because I don't want to waffle on too much, but I hope that's been helpful, and I will, do put your comments below, and I'm going to do some more videos. If there are any things that you'd like me to talk about specifically, please just say, and I will do that. Okay, bye.